My favorite is when you're naked and sweaty, with no naked and tangled up in the sheets of my bed.
Whoa there. Starting spicy today, are we? Trying to make up for last week when you put everyone to sleep defending that snoozefest about, what was it, existential dread, in a teapot?
It was a nuanced exploration of post-industrial anew. And that quote, "Jarring is out of context," is from today's literary specimen Chasing Wild by Kristen Proby. A book you claimed, before we started recording, was essentially Yellowstone fanfiction minus the actual budget or plot complexity.
Hey, it's got a hot, growly cowboy named Wild, a ranch, Montana scenery, and way less Kevin Costner mumbling. Close enough. Proby clearly just wanted to cash in on the cowboy craze.
Or perhaps, she sought to explore the juxtaposition of Eilich Small with the harsh reality of targeted violence. A woman fleeing urban betrayal, only to find danger lurking beneath the gingham curtains.
Nah, hot cowboy, flower shop, boom, done. Speaking of hot cowboys, Chase Wild, can we talk about him? He's a cowboy and a cop and a carpenter. It's like, pick a lane, buddy. You're making everyone else look bad. My ex Gary couldn't even assemble IKEA furniture, let alone build a house and arrest people, and look good in chaps.
He sounds less like a character, and more like a checklist assembled from a romance reader focus group. Aggressively perfect, as one reviewer aptly put it. His only discernible flaw seems to be a minor grammatical tick. Saying "go over" instead of "come here," which apparently sent at least one reader into a spiral of fury.
Oh my God, who cares? He could speak pig Latin. I wouldn't care if he looked like that. Eyes on me, he says. Yes, sir, eyes are on you, permanently, one reviewer said, and I quote, "Chase that man down and ride him like the cowboy he is. See? Literary genius."
And the object of this grammatically challenged Adonis's affection. Summer Quinn, a woman whose primary character trait appears to be running a flower shop and running away from her problems. She literally ghosts her cheating boyfriend and best friend, who, might I add, she caught in the act and moves across the country without a word. Healthy coping mechanism? I think not.
She's finding herself. It's brave. Like when I took that pottery class after Gary left. Total disaster. Ended up with something resembling a lumpy ashtray. But it was about the journey. Summer's journey involves flowers and a stalker. Slightly more dramatic than my kiln incident, I'll give her that. And she has that cute French bulldog, Lily.
Ah yes, the emotionally manipulative canine companion. Let's diagnose. Summer clearly suffers from acute naivety syndrome, possibly complicated by florist fantasy disorder. Chase pathological perfection disorder, bordering on sentient Ken doll syndrome.
He is not a Ken doll. Ken dolls don't have dirty mouths in bed, according to the reviews. They say he's the ultimate protector and doting alpha. What's wrong with that? I wish Gary had been more doting, or alpha, or employed.
There's a fine line between protective and possessive. Do you think I do much in this life that I don't want to do? That's a quote from our hero. Red flag, anyone. And let's not forget the villain. And so blindingly obvious, multiple reviewers practically yawned through the reveal. Was it the creepy lawyer next door, Evan Spencer?
I totally called it from page 1.
Along with everyone else who's ever read a book or watched a television program. Which brings us to the burning question, literally considering they torch a flower shop. Is this book actually any good?
It's got spice. It's got a hot cowboy cop. What's not to like? Okay, maybe the suspense was kind of see-through, but the chemistry, sizzling.
Sizzling, or forced? Reviews are divided. And the tonal whiplash. One minute it's cutesy small-town banter about the women's business group, the next minute it's arson. It's like a Care Bear suddenly pulling out a flamethrower. And don't get me started on go over. It's fundamentally incorrect. You come, you go there. It's basic directional language.
You are obsessed with the go over thing. Let it go. We got a listener email. Well, okay, I wrote it down pretending it was a listener email. Dear Heartbook Radio, my boyfriend is handsome, loyal, good at everything, and tells me I look best naked and sweaty. Should I dump him for being unrealistically perfect? Signed, possibly Dreaming C. People like perfect.
Another listener asks, is ghosting your entire life ever okay? Asking for a friend who just opened a quaint business in a remote location. The answer is unequivocally no. Face your problems. Don't just move to Montana and wait for a cowboy carpenter cop to solve them, while your livelihood goes up in flames.
Okay, fine, the plots may be a little thin if you ignore the hot parts. But the feeling, the found family, the way Chase is with Lily the dog, it makes you want to move to Bitterroot Valley.
Until someone spray paints your windows and burns your artisanal cupcake shop down because you wouldn't date them. Small towns aren't always charming. If Chase Wilde were a sandwich, what would he be?
Ooh, a triple-decker steak sandwich on sourdough with extra horseradish because he's got that kick, and maybe some melted cheese.
Wrong. He'd be plain white Wonder bread with a single thin slice of unflavored tofu. Looks perfect, tastes like nothing.
You're just jealous because he can probably build a bookshelf and satisfy a woman.
Right, ratings. Before this descends further into chaos, reminiscent of our infamous Twilight debate.
Which I won. Team Edward forever. Anyway, Chasing Wild. I give it 5 out of 5 smoldering cowboy stares that make you forget your own name.
Predictable plot, jarring violence, grammatical violations, but grammatically, Proby crafts a competent, if uninspired, fantasy. I give it 2 out of 5 inexplicably flammable flower shops. And it's come here?
Whatever.
Join us next week on Heart Book Radio when we'll be dissecting the controversial new release, Sentient Slime Mold Seeks Soulmate.
But is it spicy? Find out next time on Heartbook Radio.